Ladies and gentlemen, when you feel a deep connection with someone, it's natural to want to express those emotions, to tell them how much they mean to you. But there's a way to communicate your love that goes far beyond words. It's about creating a feeling so powerful that it lingers in their mind, making them think about you, crave your presence, and feel your love in ways they can't ignore. Imagine this: instead of saying, "I miss you," you send something that carries a deeper meaning. A picture, a memory, or a moment that only the two of you would understand. It could be something small, a shared experience, an inside joke, or even a subtle reminder of a time you both cherished. When they see it, it stirs something within them. It speaks directly to their heart without the need for explanation. What makes this so powerful isn't just the act of sending something meaningful, it's about the energy behind it. Before you press send, pause and immerse yourself in the feeling of love. Close your eyes and picture them receiving your message. You see their face light up, their mind consumed by the thought of you, and their heart responding to the silent connection you've created. This isn't about hoping for a reaction, it's about feeling the reality of it, as if it's already happening. The power of this approach lies in its subtlety. You're not asking for attention. You're not declaring your feelings outright. Instead, you're creating a space where they can feel the pull of your presence. It's a gentle reminder of the bond you share, a way of saying, "I'm here," without ever putting it into words. This kind of communication is magnetic. It doesn't push or chase, it draws them in naturally, making them want to reach out to you. When you craft this kind of message, remember that less is more. The mystery is what captivates them. Instead of giving everything away, leave room for their imagination to fill in the gaps. Let them wonder what you're thinking, what you're feeling. This curiosity is what keeps you on their mind long after they've seen your message. Think about the energy you're projecting. If you're coming from a place of longing or desperation, they will sense it. But if your message comes from a place of confidence, self-assurance, and love, it changes everything. There's an undeniable strength in showing that you're secure in your feelings. Confidence is irresistible. It sends a clear signal that you value yourself and the connection you share. This isn't about manipulating emotions. It's about creating a genuine connection on a deeper level. People are drawn to those who make them feel something powerful, something real. When your message carries an emotional charge, it becomes unforgettable. It's not just about what you send, it's about the way it makes them feel. Visualize them thinking about you long after they've seen your message. Picture them replaying it in their mind, trying to decipher its meaning, feeling drawn to you in ways they can't quite explain. This is the power of planting a seed in their heart. It's subtle, but it's transformative. The key is to focus on the connection, not the outcome. When you send something with the pure intention of expressing love, without expecting anything in return, it creates an energy that's impossible to ignore. It's not about making them feel obligated to respond, it's about making them feel something so profound that they can't help but be moved by it. This kind of approach takes patience and trust. Trust in the power of your connection, trust in the energy you're projecting, and trust in the process. You don't need to chase love, you need to embody it. When you live in the feeling of love, it radiates from you and reaches the person you care about, no matter the distance between you. The beauty of this method is that it doesn't rely on words to convey your feelings. It transcends language and speaks directly to their heart. It's about creating an experience that they can feel, not just hear. This is what makes it so powerful. So the next time you're tempted to say, "I miss you," pause and think about what you truly want to communicate. Instead of speaking your longing out loud, send something that tells a story, something that carries a piece of your heart. Let your message be a silent expression of love that resonates deeply within them. When you want to capture someone's heart and mind, it's not about the words you say, but the feelings you evoke. A simple message, when crafted with care and intention, can create a wave of emotion so powerful that it stays with them long after they've read it. The key is to send something that speaks directly to their soul, bypassing logic and touching the deepest part of their heart. Think about the moments you've shared, the little things only the two of you understand. These shared memories, these tiny details, hold an emotional weight that can't be replicated. When you send something tied to these moments, it becomes more than just a message, it becomes a bridge to the feelings they associate with you. It could be a photo of a place where you shared a laugh, a song lyric that reminds them of you, or even something symbolic that represents your connection. Whatever it is, it should feel personal, like a whisper from your heart to theirs. The secret lies in the emotional energy you infuse into the message. Before sending it, take a moment to align yourself with the feeling you want them to experience. If you want them to feel loved, secure, and cherished, embody those emotions within yourself first. Close your eyes and imagine how they'll feel when they see what you've sent. Picture the warmth spreading through their chest, the smile that forms on their lips, and the thoughts of you that begin to flood their mind. When you send a message from this state of emotional alignment, it carries a power that words alone cannot achieve. Your message should spark curiosity and stir their emotions. Instead of saying something direct like "I miss you" or "I'm thinking of you," let the message unfold a story in their mind. It might be a simple image that reminds them of a moment they hold dear, or a subtle reminder of something meaningful between you. The beauty of this approach is in its subtlety. It doesn't demand a response, it invites one. Mystery is a powerful tool in this process. By leaving parts of your message open to interpretation, you create a space for them to engage emotionally. Let them wonder what you meant, let their imagination fill in the gaps. This act of wondering pulls them closer to you, making them think about you more deeply and more often. The emotional resonance of your message depends not just on its content but also on the energy behind it. Desperation or neediness can dilute its impact, while confidence and self-assurance amplify its effect. When you send something that feels grounded in love and certainty, it radiates strength. It tells them you're not seeking validation, you're simply sharing a piece of yourself. This kind of energy is magnetic, drawing them to you without effort or force. Every word, every image, every symbol you send carries a vibration. When chosen with care and intention, these vibrations reach far beyond the physical realm. They plant seeds in the other person's heart and mind, seeds that grow into feelings of connection, longing, and desire. This is why your message should be more than just a casual interaction. It should be a crafted expression of your deepest emotions. And timing also plays a crucial role. Sending your message when you're in a heightened state of love and positivity ensures it carries the energy you intend. If you're feeling doubtful or uncertain, wait until you've shifted into a state of confidence and peace. The energy you're in at the moment of sending will shape how it's received. Once the message is sent, release any attachment to the outcome. Trust that the emotions you've infused into it will reach them in the way they're meant to. This isn't about forcing a reaction, it's about creating a moment that resonates deeply within their heart. When they feel it, they won't just remember the message, they'll remember how it made them feel. And that feeling will keep drawing them back to you. This kind of communication takes patience and intention. It's not about quick results or instant gratification. It's about building an emotional connection that lasts, one that goes beyond surface level interactions. When done right, your message becomes a part of their inner world, something they carry with them, something they return to when they think of you. So when you're crafting that next message, pause and ask yourself, what do I want them to feel? What story am I telling with this? Then let your heart guide you. Send something that touches their soul, stirs their emotions, and lingers in their mind. With this approach, you don't just communicate, you create an experience that deepens your bond and keeps you in their thoughts long after the message is read. When you approach any connection with a sense of desperation, it creates an invisible barrier that pushes the other person away. Desperation speaks of lack, of trying too hard, of seeking something outside yourself to fill a void. Confidence, on the other hand, has an entirely different energy. It's magnetic, alluring, and grounded in self-assurance. The shift from desperation to confidence isn't just transformative for you, it alters how others perceive and respond to you. Confidence begins within. It's about knowing your value, embracing your worth, and believing in what you bring to any relationship. When you're confident, you're not chasing, you're attracting. You're not looking for someone to validate you because you already feel whole. This sense of inner completeness changes the dynamic between you and the person you're drawn to. Instead of pulling away, they're naturally drawn closer. When you communicate from a place of confidence, your words and actions carry a different weight. Instead of sending a message with the hope of getting a response, you send it because it feels authentic to you. You're not concerned with whether or not they reply immediately because you trust the connection and its natural flow. This detachment from the outcome is one of the most powerful expressions of confidence. It shows that your happiness isn't dependent on their reaction, which paradoxically makes you even more attractive. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance or indifference. It's about showing up as your true self without fear or hesitation. It's about believing that you are enough just as you are. Desperation often arises from the fear of losing someone or not being enough for them, but when you're confident, you shift that narrative. You realize that if a connection is meant to thrive, it will, and if it doesn't, it's not a reflection of your worth. When you embody confidence, your energy becomes undeniable. You walk differently, you speak differently, and you carry yourself in a way that commands attention without demanding it. This energy isn't about being loud or flashy, it's quiet, self-assured, and deeply grounded. It makes others want to know you, to understand what makes you so sure of yourself, to be part of your world. Desperation often shows up in subtle ways, overthinking every word, analyzing every interaction, or seeking constant reassurance. Confidence, on the other hand, is effortless. It's sending a message without overanalyzing it, trusting that what you've shared is enough. It's not replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you said the right thing. It's knowing that your authenticity is what matters most. Confidence also creates space. When you're desperate, you might find yourself clinging to the other person, trying to control how they feel or respond. But confidence allows you to give them room to miss you, to think about you, to come to you on their own terms. This space is essential because it allows the connection to breathe and grow naturally. One of the most powerful ways to shift from desperation to confidence is by focusing on yourself. Invest in your passions, your goals, and your happiness. When you're thriving in your own life, you bring a sense of abundance to the relationship. You're not looking for someone to complete you, you're inviting them to share in the fullness of your life. This energy is irresistible because it's rooted in joy and self-love. Another key is to reframe the way you see the connection. Instead of viewing it as something you need to secure or hold on to, see it as a shared experience. You're not trying to win them over, you're co-creating a bond. This mindset removes the pressure and allows you to approach the relationship with ease and grace. Confidence also requires trust in yourself, in the other person, and in the process. Trust that if something is meant for you, it won't miss you. Trust that your value doesn't diminish based on someone else's response or lack thereof. This trust creates a foundation of stability, which is far more appealing than the unpredictability of desperation. Every interaction you have carries an energy. When that energy is rooted in desperation, it feels heavy, needy, and overwhelming. But when it's rooted in confidence, it feels light, empowering, and inviting. People are naturally drawn to those who exude confidence because it makes them feel safe, inspired, and excited. This shift isn't always easy, especially if you've been operating from a place of fear or insecurity. But with practice, it becomes second nature. Start by affirming your worth daily, by reminding yourself of your unique qualities and what you bring to the table. Celebrate your strengths, your achievements, and your growth. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and distance yourself from anything that diminishes your sense of self. Over time, as you embrace this confident version of yourself, you'll notice a change not only in how others treat you, but in how you feel about yourself. Desperation will become a thing of the past, replaced by a calm assurance that you are enough. This shift is transformative, not just for your relationships, but for every area of your life. Confidence isn't just something you project, it's something you live, and its ripple effects are limitless. When you truly want to create a lasting impact, it's not about loud declarations or constant reminders of your presence. The most powerful connections are often built in the quiet moments, in the spaces where subtlety meets intention. Planting a seed in someone's subconscious isn't about manipulation, it's about creating a space for them to feel your presence even when you're not physically there. It's about leaving a gentle imprint, one that lingers and grows over time, sparking thoughts and emotions that draw them closer to you without force or pressure. The key to planting a seed in someone's subconscious lies in the quiet power of suggestion. A carefully chosen word, a meaningful image, or a moment shared at the right time can have a far greater impact than anything loud or obvious. It's not about what you say outright, but how you make them feel. It's about the emotions your actions evoke, the memories they inspire, and the curiosity they ignite. Start by understanding the energy you bring into their world. If you approach with anxiety, neediness, or desperation, that's the energy that will linger. But if you approach with calm confidence, joy, and authenticity, those feelings will leave a mark. People don't always remember the exact words you use, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Every interaction is an opportunity to create a positive and lasting impression that takes root in their subconscious. Planting a seed is not about overwhelming them with constant reminders of your presence, it's about being unforgettable in subtle and meaningful ways. A simple message at the right time, a reference to something only the two of you would understand, or a quiet acknowledgement of a moment you both cherished can stay with them far longer than any grand gesture. These small moments carry the weight of authenticity, and that's what lingers in their mind. One of the most powerful ways to create this lasting impression is through sensory triggers. Humans are deeply connected to sensory experiences. Sights, sounds, smells, and even certain phrases can evoke powerful memories and emotions. Think about something that holds meaning for both of you. Maybe it's a song you both love, a place that has special significance, or even a shared joke. By subtly weaving these sensory elements into your interactions, you create anchors in their mind that bring them back to you whenever they encounter those triggers. The beauty of planting a seed in someone's subconscious is that it doesn't rely on immediate feedback. You're not pushing for a reaction, you're simply creating a moment that will grow over time. Perhaps you send a photo of a place that holds meaning, accompanied by nothing but a knowing smile. Or maybe you drop a simple phrase that only they would truly understand. These subtle gestures have a way of lingering, of being replayed in their mind when they least expect it. Another key to planting a seed is timing. The right moment carries far more weight than the wrong one. When you sense they're open, curious, or reflective, those are the times when your actions will resonate most deeply. Don't rush the process. Trust that your patience will allow the connection to grow naturally. The most meaningful bonds aren't forced, they're nurtured with care and intention. It's also essential to trust the process. Once you've planted the seed, let it take root. You don't need to constantly water it with attention or worry. Trust that the moment you've created will stay with them in its own way, in its own time. People often think of you most when you're not actively trying to make them think of you. It's in the quiet moments when they're alone with their thoughts that the seeds you've planted begin to grow. Planting a seed in someone's subconscious requires patience and faith, but the results are worth it. Over time, those small moments and subtle gestures begin to intertwine with their own thoughts and feelings. They might not even realize why they're thinking about you or why a particular memory keeps resurfacing, but that's the power of the subconscious. It works beneath the surface, creating a connection that feels natural and effortless. The most effective seeds are planted when they come from a place of genuine care and authenticity. If your intentions are pure, they'll feel it. This isn't about manipulation, it's about creating a space where they feel seen, valued, and connected. When your actions come from the heart, they resonate on a deeper level, leaving an imprint that's impossible to ignore. Every action you take, every word you choose, and every moment you create has the potential to leave a lasting mark. When you approach this process with intention and care, you become unforgettable in ways that words alone could never achieve. You're not just someone they think about, you become someone who shapes their inner world, their emotions, and their deepest thoughts. This is the quiet power of planting a seed in their subconscious. It's a connection that grows stronger with time, weaving itself into the fabric of their being, leaving a legacy of feelings and memories that they carry with them always. Sometimes the most powerful messages are the ones that are left unsaid. There's an art to saying just enough to spark curiosity, create intrigue, and stir emotions without revealing everything. This is the beauty of subtlety. It leaves space for the other person to interpret, imagine, and most importantly, feel. When you master the ability to communicate subtly, you create a lasting impression that lingers in their heart and mind. Subtlety isn't about withholding, it's about crafting a message that resonates on a deeper level. It's about using small, thoughtful gestures to convey something meaningful. A single image, a carefully chosen word, or a fleeting memory can hold more power than an elaborate declaration. The key is to make them feel without spelling everything out. Imagine sending a photo of a place that holds meaning for both of you, but without any accompanying text. Maybe it's a quiet park bench where you once sat together, or a sunset that reminds them of a conversation you shared. When they see it, It triggers a flood of emotions and memories. The absence of explanation invites them to interpret its meaning on their own, drawing them closer to you as they reflect on what it represents. Mystery is one of the most engaging forms of communication. It piques curiosity and keeps the mind engaged. When you leave room for interpretation, you create a sense of wonder. They might ask themselves, what is this about? Or why did they send this? This inner dialogue keeps you on their mind and fosters a deeper emotional connection. Subtlety also shows confidence. When you don't feel the need to over-explain or over-express, it demonstrates that you are secure in your connection. It tells them that you trust the bond you share and that you don't need to force their attention. This quiet assurance is incredibly attractive. It draws them in rather than pushing them away. In today's world of constant communication, where words are often overused, subtle gestures stand out. They carry a weight and significance that can't be ignored. Think of how a short, unexpected message can light up their day, a simple thinking of you, or even a shared memory sent at the perfect moment. These small actions speak volumes without overwhelming. The emotional impact of subtlety is profound. It allows the person to connect with their own feelings rather than being told how to feel. When they're given space to reflect and respond naturally, their emotions become more authentic and intense. They aren't reacting to your words, they're reacting to what your message made them feel. Timing plays an essential role in subtle communication. It's not just about what you send, but when you send it. An unexpected message at just the right time, a moment when they're not expecting to hear from you, can create a ripple effect in their emotions. It becomes a surprise, a moment of delight that they carry with them throughout their day. Subtlety also creates anticipation. By holding back, you leave them wanting more. If every message reveals everything, there's nothing left to discover. But when your communication is layered with depth and mystery, it keeps them curious and engaged. They'll look forward to hearing from you, wondering what you'll say or not say next. One of the most beautiful aspects of subtle communication is that it feels genuine. It doesn't come across as rehearsed or calculated. Instead, it feels natural, effortless, and authentic. It's the kind of message that resonates because it feels real, not forced. When you communicate subtly, you're not just speaking to their mind, you're speaking to their heart. You're bypassing logic and reaching the emotional core of their being. This kind of connection is powerful because it's not based on words alone. It's based on the feelings those words or gestures evoke. It's important to trust the process. Subtle communication doesn't always yield immediate results, but its impact is long-lasting. It plants seeds of connection that grow over time. Each subtle message builds on the one before it, creating a tapestry of emotions that strengthens the bond you share. When you approach communication with subtlety, you're creating a sense of intimacy that's hard to replicate. You're saying, I see you, I understand you, and I value what we share, without ever needing to say those words out loud. It's a language of its own, one that speaks volumes through quiet gestures and thoughtful actions. The beauty of subtlety is in its ability to touch the soul without overwhelming it. It's about creating moments that linger, emotions that resonate, and connections that deepen. By embracing the power of subtlety, you can transform the way you communicate and create a lasting impression that goes far beyond words. When you want to create a lasting impression or deepen your connection with someone, the power of visualization becomes an incredible tool. It's not just about imagining something for the sake of fantasy, it's about aligning your thoughts, feelings, and energy with the reality you want to create. Visualization allows you to tap into emotions so deeply that they begin to shape your reality and influence the way others perceive and respond to you. Before reaching out or trying to connect, take a moment to pause and close your eyes. Picture the exact moment you want to create. See it vividly in your mind as though it's already happening. Imagine the person you care about smiling as they think about you. Envision their curiosity as they see your name pop up on their screen or hear something that reminds them of you. Visualize the warmth they feel when your presence crosses their mind. This is not just daydreaming, this is creating the energy that draws them closer to you. As you visualize, focus on the emotions you want them to feel. If you want them to feel loved, secure, or drawn to you, immerse yourself in those emotions first. Feel the joy, the connection, and the warmth as if it's already real. Your feelings act as a signal, sending out energy that has the power to influence how others perceive and respond to you. By embodying the emotions you want to inspire, you naturally align your actions and words to convey that energy. Visualization also helps you overcome self-doubt or fear of rejection. When you see the outcome you desire in your mind, you start to believe in its possibility. This belief gives you the confidence to act with assurance. Instead of hesitating or second-guessing yourself, you move forward with a calm certainty that resonates with the other person. Confidence is magnetic, and when paired with the emotional depth of visualization, it becomes irresistible. When you visualize, add as much detail as possible. Don't just imagine the person thinking about you, imagine the setting, the expressions on their face, and even the subtle emotions they might feel. Picture them replaying moments you've shared, remembering your voice, or even wondering what you're doing at that moment. These details make the visualization feel real, which strengthens the emotional connection between your inner world and the reality you want to create. Timing is another important aspect. Visualize during quiet moments when you're calm and focused. Early mornings or just before you fall asleep are perfect times to practice because your mind is in a more receptive state. Use these moments to build a mental image of the connection you want to strengthen. With consistent focus, the energy you project starts to align with the actions and reactions of the person you're thinking about. It's essential to approach visualization with pure intention, free from desperation or neediness. When you visualize with an energy of longing or lack, it sends out a conflicting signal. Instead, visualize from a place of abundance and gratitude. Imagine the joy of already having what you desire. Feel grateful for the connection as though it's already a part of your life. This shifts your energy from wanting to having, which is much more powerful. Visualization isn't limited to imagining specific interactions. It's also about creating an aura of energy around yourself that others can't help but notice. When you consistently see yourself as someone who is loved, valued, and cherished, you begin to exude that energy in everything you do. This energy influences how others see you, often without them even realizing it. Subtle actions often follow powerful visualizations. After visualizing their reaction to a meaningful message or gesture, you'll find yourself naturally taking steps that align with that energy. Maybe you'll send a thoughtful reminder of a memory, or you'll find the perfect moment to reach out. These actions, infused with the emotion and energy of visualization, carry more impact than any random effort could. Visualization also enhances patience and trust. Instead of anxiously waiting for a response or worrying about how the other person feels, you rest in the certainty of your vision. You trust that the connection you visualized is unfolding in its own time, in its own way. This calm confidence not only brings you peace, but also makes you more attractive to the other person. When done consistently, visualization creates a ripple effect. It doesn't just stay in your mind, it influences your energy, your words, your actions, and ultimately the way the other person responds to you. The feelings you project through your visualization become a silent yet powerful form of communication, one that reaches beyond words and directly into their heart. This is the power of aligning your thoughts, emotions, and energy with the reality you want to create. When you visualize with intention, you don't just imagine possibilities, you begin to live in the feeling of what you desire. And that feeling has the power to shape your world.